What is this vinyl record accessory and why is it so awesome? Or is it? Hi, hello, my name is Tyler for the record. I am a content creator as well as a vinyl record enthusiast. And sometimes we get new products in to review, and we've got one today, so let's go check this one out. Today we've got the S Duo Pro. This is HumminGuru's stylus cleaner as well as a force tracking scale. Now this was gifted, but it's not a sponsored video today. We're gonna compare this one with the older model and see the differences and then do a little demo for you all. Now right off the bat, let's talk price on this because this is gonna come in about $160, $170, and they have $25 coupons on Amazon currently for that, so check there. It'll be the first link down in the description, but basically this is not for beginners. This is really an intermediate to higher end premium model. And of course there are better options out there as well as cheaper ones, so feel free to explore. So let's open this up and do a demo today. So we've got the brand new S Duo Pro here as well as the older model here, and I will show you all the inside here. This is what it looks like. They look very similar, I will say, but there's some key differences between the two. So let's go over those really quickly. We're gonna take the top off of this. You get obviously your instruction manual here, which is gonna give you all the good details. I actually read through the whole thing because it really does help you figure out this product because it's super useful. And then you're gonna get down to the actual contents. This is the cleaner right here. So we'll go ahead and open that up. And as you can see, they look extremely similar. There is no on button on the top here. There's a little bit of key differences, and we're gonna go over those because the on button was definitely a pain point for me when I was using the S Duo. Now, the on button for this is going to be right down here. As you can see, there is an on-off switch, which is better functionality. Honestly, it's gonna be much better to turn it on and off because this one was a little bit finicky. I think I've got some batteries. There's no button feature here, but it's not ideal. And another thing here, they've got charging terminals on this. Before, this was all battery operated and the batteries would run out pretty quickly and it was pretty, not a great experience. So I'm super pumped that they went to this charging port right here, charging terminals, and this is gonna be a brand new base for it, which this did not have a new base. I ended up keeping the box and I had to keep all of my little knickknacks for cleaning in that box, and it's just not a very good experience here. So having this base like this is a big improvement, so we can put all of our little tools in there as well as connect it straight to there. And that is a very nice experience. And as you can see, USB-C charging, which is super clutch. No more batteries, which is awesome. So this is a little thing that protects the force tracking scale here. So let's take that off. And we're also gonna open up the contents of this little box in here, which you've got a charging cord, USB-C to USB-C, which is fantastic. And then all of the contents here. Now, these are drying pads, and we'll definitely show you how to use these later. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in this little base here. And then we've got a few rubber supports, which they have different sizes for different styluses. So we'll go over those in a little bit as well. And then we've got a little weight here. This is a 5-gram weight, and it will be placed right here for storage, as well as it can help you calibrate your scale when you put it on there. And then last but not least, a little dropper because we'll be using distilled water to be putting in here to clean it. So we can place that right here, which is really nice. And for storage, you just pop it right on there and it's good to go. And the little top right here, it looks much better on a shelf than a box does. So now let's jump into the actual demo here. We are going to do the force tracking first. So I'm gonna take this off, turn it over, turn the device on. It looks like we have some juice right out of the box, which is awesome. So we're gonna click on the force tracking side right here, and looks like it's zeroed out perfectly. If it was not, you can calibrate it, but we're gonna skip that step for today. And this should be accurate within 0.01 grams. So 5.01 is gonna be accurate enough, and we don't need to do anything further to calibrate our system today. So you can do a quick Google search on your specific stylus and really get the answer for what your weight needs to be. But mine is 1.8 grams, so let's take it on over here. I'm gonna hover it over my needle, and then I'm going to drop that shoe lever down, and let's see what we've got. And 1.84 is really close to what the actual recommendation is, so we're not gonna do anything further with my weight right now, but if I needed to, I could adjust it with this back weight right here. Now, let's talk about the cleaning portion of this, which is honestly the best bang for your buck if you're going to invest in one of these. So first step here is going to be talking about these rubber supports and finding the one that's going to be the best for your stylus. A quick Google search and going to HumminGuru's website will tell me that my Ortofon Blue, the number 1 and the number 3 supports here are going to be the ones I can use. Now, I feel more comfortable with the number 1, but honestly, I could do the number 3 as well, and I've used it in the past. All right, now we've got this top view here as well as the bottom view. Obviously, we're gonna put it on the top view. The idea here is that you want your cartridge to rest on this rubber support, and then you want your needle in there. You don't want the cantilever to be on this rubber support right here, and I'll show you that as in a zoomed in view here soon. But we're gonna pop it right into this space here and make sure everything kind of snaps in place. I'll show you that here. So everything is snapped and it's secure and snug right here. And now we're gonna put some distilled water in it. Now a few drops of water is all you need, and that's why I like using this smaller hole here, because you don't need to fill it up with a ton of water. We're just gonna put a couple drops in there and fill it up till it's about even with the top here. We're gonna pop our stylus right over that water basin. Then we're gonna drop the Q lever and then ensure that our needle is touching the water. Then let's hit that cleaning button right here and get started. It will take 20 seconds and you can barely hear anything. Let me try to get my mic a little bit close. So it's gonna do a quick 20-second countdown and it is clean. It's gonna use ultrasonic frequencies to clean your stylus. Then we're going to just lift that up and then get this out of the way really quickly. Now the next step is to get this rubber support out. So I'm gonna pull that out. You can see that little bit of water dropped on there and that is totally fine. That is where these drying pads come in. So I'm gonna pop one out, and these are feeling solid at first. When you put it in there, it's gonna take care of all that water in there. As you can see, it has absorbed it there, and we're gonna keep it here and then put our stylus over it. We're gonna drop the Q lever and let the water be absorbed off of our stylus as well. Now, in describing the differences between the old S Duo and the S Duo Pro, I wouldn't necessarily use the word Pro when describing the new one. There are definitely some upgrades to the new one versus the old one, namely the functionality of being able to charge the device instead of using batteries. That is huge, as well as the on-off button being a switch versus the finicky button that was on top of the old one. But is the product worth it? I think absolutely yes. You're gonna be around $160, $170 like I mentioned, but a $25 off coupon currently. Again, the link is down in my bio. But that's gonna put you with a device that is going to thoroughly clean your stylus, which is honestly, you can tell a difference between before and after when you clean it. It's honestly day and night. Now there are other products out there that will clean your stylus, but in my experience, some of them can be a little bit sticky and stick to the stylus, which is the opposite of what you want. But there's also some good ones out there, and for cheaper options, I just think this one is well worth the money. Now, how often should you use something like this? Well, for the force tracking, I like to use it obviously when I'm setting up a brand new turntable. That needs to be pretty precise when you're setting up a new turntable. And then I do like to periodically use it, maybe every 1 to 2 months, I will use it and check just to make sure my accuracy is on there. And then as for the cleaning functionality, I do use mine weekly because you can tell a difference when you use it, like I said. And then after a couple minutes of drying, we can pop our needle off of there, and this is good to go. I usually like to leave this drying pad out somewhere just to kind of get the moisture out of it. But then we can put away the rest of our device, and then we can play a record, and it's gonna sound fabulous with the new stylus clean. But that's gonna do it for today's review. The S Duo Pro by HumminGuru. Highly recommend, honestly, if you can afford it. And especially if you're taking record collecting seriously, this is a big upgrade from a lot of the other things you can use out there. And if you've enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, browse the page, see if there's anything else you have on there, and please drop any comments below. I'm happy to answer anything or do a couple extra experiments for you all. But that'll be it for me. So I am Tyler for the record, and happy spinning.